Hello guys and welcome back to our channel. Today we are making smoky jollof rice with Amani. Yes, smoky Amani jollof rice. Hey guys, this is a good one. You should really give this recipe a try, and guys, trust me, you would love it, love it, love it, and would want to have it for lunch, breakfast, dinner, and even make it for your friends. So guys, if you're new here, kindly subscribe to our channel. Hit on the notification button to get notified anytime we post new and exciting recipe. And if you're an old subscriber, as we always say, hey, thank you for sticking with us. So let's get started. So for this recipe, of course, you need rice, you need your amani, that's your fish, you need tomatoes, you need onions, garlic, ginger, some bell peppers, you need, of course, your tomato paste and some spices and some salt to taste, and of course oil. That's all you'll be needing for this recipe, and trust me guys, it is that good, you would want to try it. So for that smoky effect, this is what we are going to do. So first off, we're going to put all our vegetables in our oven. So have your tray. You can choose to oil your pan or not to. I choose to because I don't want my vegetables sticking onto my pan, so that is optional. So you go in with your tomatoes, your pepper, your red bell pepper, you have green bell pepper and all that. You have your pepper. So you go in with all your other vegetables you'll be using for your tomato stew, and we're going to put it in an oven. You sprinkle a bit of oil on it, and you put it in an oven for about 20 to 30 minutes just to get that burnt kind of smoky texture we want for our jollof rice. So this is it, ready, going into our oven. But you'd have to be checking on it from time to time so that it doesn't really get bent. So you need to flip it over as well so that it cooks on the other side as well. You can choose to do this on your fire if you don't have an oven. You can choose to have the grill and put all this vegetables on the grill. It equally amounts to the same process. So hey, you don't necessarily have to have an oven. You can have your charcoal and grill it on it. So guys, this is what we have at the end of the day. You transfer your smoking vegetables into your blender. Add a little bit of water, then blend away. So this is what you'll be having at the end of the day. That is a mixture of garlic, pepper, ginger, onion, some carrots. So you go ahead and put your saucepan on fire, and you add oil to your onions. Then you saute it for about 5 minutes before you go in with your pepper mixture, the smoked blended pepper mixture. Guys, see how smooth it's looking, and trust me, once the mixture came out of the oven, the kitchen was smelling very nice already. So you go ahead and blend the tomatoes we put in the oven as well. At this point, your kitchen should be smelling very, very nice. So at this point, you add your spices, your curry, nutmeg, seasonings, salt to taste, and of course any spices of your choice. You are not limited to using ours. Any spices at all you can add to your recipe to make it yours actually. But ours will be listed in the caption below for you to have a full access of the spices and the recipe we used. So after your pepper has been sauteed for about 5 to 10 minutes, you go in with your tomato paste. Make sure that you stir so that it doesn't get burnt. And you cook it very well to get the sourness out of the tomato paste. So at this point, you go in with your smoked blended tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, yes. You make sure that you mix it very well so that it combines and cook very nicely and very well. So you add water just so that it would be loose. The paste, the tomato paste will be a bit loose because I don't want it very thick. But if that's how you want your stew, hey, you're good to go. But I prefer my stew to be a bit lighter, very light as compared to it being thick. So you can choose to do yours as thick as you want it. So we start by washing our rice. That is what we're going to be using for our smoked jollof rice. So after washing, you portion some of the stew because we made a large pot of stew. So you portion it according to the size and the cups of rice you'll be cooking. So you just make sure that your stew is enough to cover the rice. So you should be having something like this at the end of the day. Then you go in with your spices. Our spices will be listed in the caption below for you to use. But as we always say in our videos, you can choose to use any spices you have available because you're making it your own style. Even though it is our recipe, you can always incorporate your own style into the recipe to make it yours. So at this point, you make sure that all the spices are well incorporated in your food, and you keep on stirring for about 5 to 10 minutes. So after about 5 to 10 minutes, you go in with your water so that you can cook your jollof. But hey, make sure that you know the type of rice you are using, if the rice can take a lot of water or not. But hey, mind you, jollof doesn't like a lot of water, so you need to be very careful of the amount of water you use in your jollof. Hey, jollof doesn't like to show off, so be very mindful of the water you put in your jollof. Once your stew is a lot, just make sure that your water is very small as compared to the stew you'll be using, hey, and you'll be good to go. So at this point, your rice should be coming together, and it will be having that smoky scented flavor because of how we started processing our vegetables. We smoked it a bit. So at this point, you need to cover it so that the rice can cook very well. You lower the gas, and in this process we are using charcoal, so we took some of the charcoal out so that our jollof doesn't get bent. Jollof doesn't have a patience. So you need to take it easy when you're making jollof. It's all part of the process, and it needs a lot of patience and a lot of checking, so you should be checking it as you go. So at this point, our jollof is coming together, and Charlie, see how nice our jollof is looking. You can tell that it is going to be nice already, and it is truly that delicious. So once your jollof is cooked, you go in with your smoked fish, that is the smoked amani or smoked herring, dry fish, because this recipe is a smoky jollof, amani jollof rice. Yes. So make sure that you have your smoky fish in the jollof rice, and that is going to take it to another level. This jollof really tastes very good with that dry fish, so you should give it a try and let us know how you like it. So at this point, our jollof is ready. We just added green bell pepper and onion just for the nice scent and for garnishing. So our jollof, our smoky amani jollof rice is ready to be served. And guys, tell me if it's not looking very nice, and trust me, the taste is 100%. You should give this recipe a try. You always cook your jollof with chicken, meat, and all the other, as I put it, ingredients. So hey, why don't you just try it with fish, amani, the dry fish, and see how that recipe and that taste also goes. Who knows, you might like it. So guys, this is what we have for you at the end of today's episode, and let us know if you'd be willing to give this a try. Comment, subscribe, and thank you. Till next time, bye.